The word of my testimony for which I was slain. Chapter 63. So as to when men began giving their daughters to make shifts in Zuckerberg's, it may not have been until they let Dimlight out of his cage. And maybe all the Pelosi's and Musks are his semi-blobs of material waste, really a non-issue. It was Rosicrucianism that infiltrated all major points of societal influence. The labor guilds were pretty much already on board, but they took America by killing off the Jewish banking enterprise. Beginning with World War I, they had the White House and most of Congress, maybe a justice or two, but the judiciary was a bird for killing in the 60s on. Trump, yes, Donald, invested heavily then. So, World War I started. By who? Anyway, U.S. Gov and allies borrowed heavily from the Jews and defeated the evil communists. Socialism, Marxism, Stalinism. See a trend, Christian? Those were basically to serve as false flags, mainly to the American people, but the whole world had to buy it too. But remember, their hidden goal is to kill all Christians and Jews. So they made a big show about Germans being broke and destitute and going to France for a loan, only to be turned away. They invented Nazism, a false flag regime. They didn't really believe any of that crap Spittler was hewing. Oh boy, and such a mighty army for no money. Austria, Poland, and the USA funded the whole thing. That's right, I said it. The USA was the source. Why? Because even though they killed many born-again young American boys, they had a taste of bloodlust for God's people like a junkie does for dope. The Nazis rolled across Europe while American media cried out, "Oh, the horror!" But the American people weren't willing to send the children they had left after World War I. So, Schlitzler began going towards Russia, sending a handful of zealots that actually believed that nasty junk, while Japan's rulers lined his pockets with enough USA money to at least buy bullets. I don't need to mention what they did to Jewish bankers holding Allied loans. Germany in the media gets their ass handed to them while all the criminal leaders, scientists with their dumbass scars, Nimrods, escape their fate by Operation Paperclip. Many went to Texas to spend American people's money to jailbreak Osiris the dim bulb. Others went to Alaska to work nuclear sites and other stuff like killing babies and butt sexing each other. Speaking of, Aleister Crowley pioneered their current belief in sex magic and was a big hit with everyone in Washington, D.C. Every counterculture movement in the USA was a Rosicrucian device to kill Christians. How? Balaam's curse and condemnation until their big day of murder and gay sex. To those holding that video of me, think long and hard about publicizing it. I'm okay either way. Sorry, got caught in a moment. The sexual revolution was a cover for the next phase. Trump built schools for little unwanted pagan girls in several places across the country. Remember that string of bad deals he had before building his towering idol? Yeah. Those schools were visited regularly by all the pagan theologians and pastors who, in God's name, molested those girls unceasingly till, I don't know the science behind it, until they had an army of Christian-hating melted minds that began seeking married and unmarried Christian men seeking to destroy. These girls would also serve as catch-alls for casting spells or manifesting. You don't have to be evil to manifest. God says as a man thinks, so he is.